and a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Adley LaForce reporting from the sideline. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Jalen Johnson.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Vassell pairs with Barnes to make up the forward pair. Fox and Castle are their guards. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Atlanta, the small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 down low. Well, Greg, I hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
Fox, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
And nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
Vassell sends a screen for Fox. Good defensive work there by Young.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Okongwu kicks to Young. Pass to Okongwu. Three-pointer, and Young with the basket on the assist by Okongwu. 6 points for Trae Young.
Well, you know this is coming with Young on the court. He's always looking for his next 3.
Not a fast start here for the Spurs. 6-point game. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
They really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
Well, when you can turn defense into offense like that, it certainly makes the game a lot easier.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Outside Daniel. Here's Johnson. Again, the Hawks score.
Quick attack there by Johnson so that the defense has little time to react to him getting the ball.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Back to Fox. Over Young. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Young. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Vassell outside. Back to Castle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Back from outside. Rebound by the Hawks.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Johnson dishes to Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. Shot clock at 6. Here's Reza Shea. Bangs home the trifecta.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Even after pivoting towards their youth, GA the Hawks last season had an improved record.
Yeah, they traded away a bunch of rotation veterans, but the young fellas showed they were ready to step in, and this group didn't miss a beat.
Here's Young, following the bucket by the Spurs. Back to Okongwu. Daniels inside the line. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Barnes outside. Outside, Fox. Johnson with a screen on Fox. And Stephon Castle is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Right side Daniels. And the basket by Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson is a wing who wants to go inside. He doesn't settle too often.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Trailing here by 8. Inside. And it's Fox with the jam.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
So it's the Hawks following the bucket by the Spurs. Pass to Shea. Back to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Love to see this kind of aggression from Okongwu. Great job playing with force inside.
Spurs trail by 8. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. I wanted to know what his defensive scheme was against De'Aaron Fox, and he told me we need to limit transition opportunities because that's when he's really dangerous. Speed is one of his biggest strengths, so we need to slow the game down to our pace. Let's see if they're able to accomplish it. Kevin?
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Atlanta leading by 6. Okongwu with a screen on Fox. Young pass to Okongwu. Outside Daniels. Shot clock at 5. Johnson with a screen on Castle. Daniels, no good. Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to New York. Barnes, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Jalen Johnson. Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Hawks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
That free throw, no good. And Mitch Johnson's stand now taking over full-time as head coach of the Spurs.
Well, look, Mitch Johnson's the son of an NBA player and a high-level point guard in college. He knows how to run a team and favors that pace and space style.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Atlanta. And although it's still early in the season, Greg, what kinds of storylines have caught your attention so far?
How the All-Star voting is shaping up. All-Star appearances are mentioned on a player's resume, especially when they retire. So these guys want to be one as many times as possible.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. It's stolen by Johnson. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Pass to Okongwu. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Now Castle. He's covered by Daniels. Outside, Fox. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
And Young, here we go. Here's Alexander Walker. Drills it from outside. And the Hawks lead by 8.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Young against Fox. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Pass to Young. Johnson sets the screen for Young. Johnson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Spurs trail by 8. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Johnson.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the Hawks with possession here. Pass to Alexander Walker. Johnson it kicks to Daniels. Young from outside. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. The wide open look here for Fox. That 3 off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Daniels passes to Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
San Antonio's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Pass to Wembanyama. Now Fox. Back to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 6-point lead. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Checked in for Barnes, and it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox. Here's Newell, defended by Sohan. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 6 to shoot. Back to Kennard, lets it go from deep, and it's Harper with the rebound.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Wembanyama outside. Oh, good with the triple. Atlanta leading by 6. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. Pass to Kennard. From downtown, rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Sohan. Rebound by the Hawks.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Gay. Pass to Alexander Walker. Down low, 6 feet out. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Kennard against Harper. Now, Alexander Walker. Back to Kennard. Banked in off the glass.
At this kind of range, it might almost be too easy for Kennard.
The kill, Alexander Walker.
There's 21 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside Harper. Yep, that one goes.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
And so it's Atlanta with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. We come back right after this. tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Luke Kennard out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Jalen Johnson. Then there's Newell. And Gay is in at the center position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Now, here's Harper. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing with the step back.
They say the vertical is where Castle lacks a bit. Show me where it lacked there.
The Hawks leading by 7. And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is trying to be a special player in this league.
Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to the Knicks in New York. Castle against Kennard. On the wing, Johnson. No scoring in this one. It's good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
To the paint. It's tipped. Now, here's Harper. He's guarded closely. Here's Castle. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Castle's got 4 points this quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
To the inside. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Castle. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. The Hawks leading by 6. Alexander Walker passes to Johnson. Here's Gay. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pass to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 2. Shoots over Harper. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Now, Sohan to the middle, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Checked in for San Antonio. Vassell comes in for Johnson. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Spurs trail by 4. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level, there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Back over to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. The Hawks leading by 4. Young in the corner. Sinks that one from the post. Young's got 10 points.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it. Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Here's Young. 10 points for him. Pass to Kennard. Just 5 to shoot. Young, no good. Spurs trail by 4. And here is Vassell. Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama, a screen. 13 feet away. Kennard with the rebound. For Atlanta, they've gone 4-7 from the field in the second quarter so far.
We know Johnson is a high-level athlete and has great control through contact.
And Stan, we know Jalen Johnson comes from a basketball family.
Well, they did a great job, Kevin, of teaching him the game because Jalen Johnson can really play. And I'm sure everyone in his family is extremely proud of what he's doing in the NBA.
That's good from Johnson. And great with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award. The Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
And the foul on Jeremy Sohan. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Checked in for San Antonio. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at the Spurs. Right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference.
And you know, right now for San Antonio, it's been the kind of start to their season that a lot of experts were predicting. And by that, I mean a very strong start.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Zachary Risache is checked in for Atlanta. And so Fox will bring it up for San Antonio. 7-point differential. Wembanyama looking it over. Beyond the arc. Fox, no good.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And Young, here we go. And there's another turnover by Atlanta.
And checking out some numbers for Jalen Johnson. Just an incredible month of basketball. Averaging about 23 points per, 10 assists and 11 rebounds. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yeah, their entire system would look different if they didn't have this guy to depend on.
Fox finds Castle. Spurs passing it around. And And there's Wembenyama on the assist by Vassell.
Well, this is something they're asking of Vassell. He's a smart guy, and he can facilitate play.
Back to Young. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's Ricochet. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Spurs trail by 5. Fox feeling it out a bit. Right wing. Wembenyama down low. Okongwu on him. He gets it in there.
I'm not sure how defenders are supposed to guard Wembenyama without making contact.
Young dishes to Okongwu. Pass to Ricochet. Latrey. Rebounded by Victor Wembenyama. Wembenyama has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Sohan. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
Yeah, nice touch by Sohan. More than at home inside. He's not a forward who wants to jack up a bunch of threes.
Atlanta has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Bounce pass from Ricochet. Young outside. Here's the 3. Rebound San Antonio. Wembenyama has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Castle against Young. Here's Wembenyama. Oh, too easy for Wembenyama.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
So it's the Hawks now. And here's Young. 10 points for him. Johnson with a screen on Fox. Here's Ricochet. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And that's now 6 points for Ricochet. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Change here. Gaze checked in. San Antonio also making a switch. Johnson's checked in. On defense, Atlanta. Back to Fox. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Barnes comes in for Sohan. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Johnson. Now, here's Okongwu. A 20-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, and he also put in major work on the boards. Just an all-around dominant performance.
Spurs trail by 3. Vassell outside. Back from outside. The offensive rebound. And Wembanyama on the follow.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Here's Shea, covered by Vassell. Now Okongwu. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. And it's good, 2 points.
Possessing good size and impressive versatility. The rookie, Shea, looking comfortable operating inside.
Castle with it. He's covered by Daniels. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. Traps in the tray. Barnes has got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And it's Shea missing. And it's Fox with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. Newell, he's checked in for the Hawks. Now, here's Fox. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Knicks in New York.
Yeah, and his facilitating was also extremely impressive. He was outsmarting the defense and easily connecting with ready shooters.
Now Daniels, after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Pocket 6. And Okongwu slams it in.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? San Antonio's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let him fly. Fox with it. He's got 6. Wembanyama, a screen on Young. San Antonio again missing. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks ahead. They lead by a bucket. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings. Well, any impression, you knuckleheads?
Yeah, I can do a few. My best is probably...
Jack. He meant impressions of the standings, not like being an impersonator.
I know that, Kenny. Why you always gotta be spoiling my fun, huh?
All right, let's get to our featured game, where Trae Young has been having himself one heck of a night so far.
Well, he's not letting the defense chase him away from the shots he wants. He's dictating the action, and he has the team in a good spot.
Because he's been so efficient with his scoring as well. That's a good way to maintain your lead. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
On the floor for San Antonio, filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. And it's Fox in at the 1. 5 to shoot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, staying after 8 seasons with the Kings, a new chapter for De'Aaron Fox now in San Antonio.
Yeah, Kevin, and look, you got to be excited about that if you're a San Antonio fan. De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama together? Is there a better pick and roll combination in the league? The sky's the limit for that duo.
And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. GA, he gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
A lefty who is lightning quick. De'Aaron Fox is one of the toughest covers in the league. The development of his three-point shot has been big because it forces you to come out to him.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Hawks lead by 2.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Okongwu against Wembanyama. Three-pointer, Fox. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
That is an assertive shot from Fox. Total trust in his jump shot. He's come a long way in that regard.
Now, here is Young. He's got 13. Shoots over Fox. And it's denied by Fox. Pass to Castle. Vassell finds Castle. Now Fox inside. Here's Wembanyama. Bank shot, no good. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. They trail by 1. Johnson, good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Assistance by Dyson Dennis.
Spurs shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Pass to Castle. Here's Barnes. He has 6. And stolen by Okongwu. Johnson against Barnes. And Young kicks to Johnson. To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Riesensham. Young from outside. And they recover.
I mean, look, Trae Young is getting whatever he wants. Just keep getting him the ball.
Pass to Castle. Back to Wembanyama. Oh, flexing Wembanyama.
Well, that's a smart play. Taking advantage of the mismatch in close.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And now a glance at the 2K leaderboard with a list of the NBA's top assist men over the past 10 games. Jalen Johnson on top.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
And the Hawks with possession here. They've led by as much as 10. To the paint and stolen by Wembanyama. Down low, here's Barnes. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey guys, Spurs talent evaluators first laid eyes on Victor Wembanyama when he was 15 years old, playing on a youth team in France. At that point, the franchise was enjoying its 22nd straight winning season, but the opportunity to just maybe draft a prospect like Wemby gave them the impetus to rebuild. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Young outside. Outside Daniel. Okongwu with the screen for Daniel. And it's off from three-point range. The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And Quinn Snyder entering his third full season as head coach of the Hawks.
Well, before this, Quinn had a good 8-year run as coach of the Utah Jazz, which ended when he resigned. Most coaches have a tendency toward being fired instead, but he quickly moved on in Atlanta.
Here's Young, following the bucket by the Spurs. 4 on the clock. Over Fox. The Hawks again can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Castle against Daniels. Here's Wembanyama. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Daniels passes to Young. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That is his first foul of the game. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, don't think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Okongwu finds Daniel. Pass to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Hawks working the ball around. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
Deep into the game, his team is lagging, and he's been unable to help. Brutal performance from him.
And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead by 1. It's Fox with the drive. Yep, it counts. Fox has got 7 now in this quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Atlanta's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And here is Okongwu. 8 points for him. Reza Shea. Pass to Young for the tie. The rebound by the Spurs.
Well, 3 triples in the first half, but he seems to have gone cold from distance since the break.
It's good.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Atlanta with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Johnson outside. Here's Reza Shea. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Reza Shea's got 11 points.
A true highlight of Reza Shea's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Fox goes in, and he gets it to go. And the Spurs lead by 4.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Pass to Reza Shea. And Young kicks to Daniels. Okongwu a screen. Johnson, the pass to Okongwu.
Well, in that 2-player action, I really like Okongwu as the pick. He moves really well.
For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
And the Hawks possession here, following the bucket by the Spurs. Okongwu with the screen for Rizachet. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Okongwu.
Sometimes Okongwu can finesse his way around you in tight. He's got nice touch around the bucket.
The Spurs have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. For a different look here. Gaze checked in. Newell comes in for Jalen Johnson. Kennard, he's checked in for Rizachet. And Nikhil Alexander-Walker in for Dyson Daniel. Johnson, he's checked in for the Spurs. On the wing, Barnes. Pass to Castle. Shot clock at 6. Corner shot. It's hauled in by Trae Young.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Count it.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Now Fox. 17 points in the game. And Stan, you think about the skill level of Trae Young. What makes him, in your opinion, such a tough cover?
I think the best thing about Trae Young, Kevin, is as much of a scorer he is, he's even better as a passer. And so it's hard to commit a second defender to Trae Young all the time because he will find the open people and create great shots for his team.
Now here's Barnes. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. We'll take a look at the Hawks. They're 6th right now in the conference with lots of time to make a move.
Well, right now for the Hawks, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team can take it to another level if they get rolling.
That's what I like about Sohan. He does a little bit of everything, including passing the rock.
Alexander Walker with the ball. 6 points for him. There's the pick to the middle. Here's Newell.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Now, here's Fox. 17 points in the game, and he makes good on the layup. Fox has got 13 points in the second half.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
The Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Krejci. Back to Kennard. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Kennard with a screen on Fox. With the teardrop, Good work defensively by Fox. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Spurs. Here's Castle. Off target from three-point range. Here's Alexander Walker. Defended by Sohan. Pass to Kennard. 5 on the clock. Here's Alexander Walker. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Now, here's Fox. Here's Johnson. Nothing on the board. And Cornette gets it to go.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Puts up a deep three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. The third quarter comes to a close. Spurs lead by 6. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Nikhil Alexander Walker out there at Kennard. Then there's Newell. Then it's Jalen Johnson. And Gay is in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Sohan. Wembanyama down low. No good that time. Johnson surveying the floor. Here's Alexander Walker. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game. Spurs leading by 3. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Harper. Newell pulls it in. Hawks shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Johnson down low, covered by Vassell. Johnson right side. 6 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Spurs. On Thursday, they'll head back home to host the Washington Wizards. Then on Friday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Atlanta Hawks.
And with the way they've been able to march right along in this season lately, I think they should be able to keep things going in this next stretch. Just come out with the same energy and discipline, and you should have some wins. Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
To Kennard. To tie it up. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Well, this is what they pay Kennard to do. He's led the league in three-point percentage multiple times.
Harper, no good. Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Johnson finds Kennard. Here's Alexander Walker. Makes it off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 2.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
for us, Allie. Take it away.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. A three from Wembanyama trains the three-pointer. Wembanyama's got 25 points.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Here's Young, and such a nice move to make the basket work. And the Hawks lead by 1.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Vassell against Kennard. Count that one. Vassell's got his first points of the game.
And such a solid player. Devin Vassell is someone you can really trust. Gives you a bit of everything out from that wing position.
Now, here is Young. Pass to Kennard. Off target with his three. The Spurs have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And there's Wembanyama on the assist by Vassell. Vassell's got 3 assists in the game. Now, here is Young. And here's Kennard. Clock at 6. Thanks to Alexander Walker. Offline with his 3. San Antonio leading by 3. And the points coming for them now, Greg and bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Here's Sohan, covered by Johnson. For 3, Vassell gets the three-pointer to fall. Vassell's got the lead up to 6 now for San Antonio. Harper with the steal. Here's Sohan. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
The corner awareness improving with time. Johnson with a great pass there.
Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Pass to Johnson. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Outside Harper. Launches it. Rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Kennard kicks to Young. Pass to Alexander Walker. Atlanta again missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Harper lays it up and banks it in. And now it's a 10-point San Antonio lead.
And Sohan can do a little bit of everything, including finding his teammates like he did there.
Atlanta's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Kennard with a screen on Johnson. Now Kennard. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Newell. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Just 5 on the clock. Young for 3. Rebound San Antonio. Now Sohan. Harper with the ball. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here is Young. In the corner, Kennard with it. Misses and the dry spell continues. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Young looking it over. Pass to Newell. makes a three. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Harper, defended by Young. Harper the pass to Wembanyama. "18 feet out. Rebound Atlanta. Kennard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Young in the corner. Buries it from 3-point range. 18 points for Trae Young.
Well, that's his 4th triple for the game now. Just his 1st in the second half.
And he gets the bucket.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
The Hawks trail by 15. Pass to Kennard. Here's Newell. That one drops for him.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Now here's Harper. Outside Vassell. He's off from 3. Atlanta's shooting in the 4th quarter has looked shabby, 38%. And Young, here we go. Layup, no good. San Antonio leading by 13. Oh, the shake. Oh, the dunk.
Oh, reversed at home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. The Hawks shooting here about 46% for the game. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. For the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Newell. Zachary Rizichet comes in for Luke Kennard. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Nikhil Alexander-Walker. San Antonio also making some changes. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Jeremy Sohan. Stephon Castle comes in for Keldon Johnson. And it's Fox in for Harper. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Now Okongwu. The deep ball.
A catch and shoot specialist. Rizichet thrives in that role.
At one point, they led by 16. Here's Barnes. Outside, Vassell. Daniels against Castle. Shot clock at 6. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. Okongwu pulls it down.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Trae Young! Jumper is off. San Antonio leading by 12. Now Castle. Barnes outside. And he does not hit. Time running out for the Hawks.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Spurs.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Victor Wembanyama.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Barnes, Wembanyama, and he jams it in.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Wembanyama reels it in. The clock now can just run out for the Spurs. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.